This video will instruct you on how to prepare the plates for Saporin or the control conjugate. Please refer to the PDF file on the flash drive included with the kit for complete protocol instructions. First, remove the vial labeled Saporin or control conjugate for whichever plate you are preparing. Pour roughly 10 to 15 milliliters of cell media into your well reservoir. Label 8 microcentrifuge tubes 1 through 8. Next, take a pipette and transfer 135 microliters of cell media into tubes 2 through 8. Then, vortex your sample of Saporin or control conjugate and transfer the calculated volume into tube number 1 in vortex. For Saporin, transfer 45 microliters. See the protocol PDF instructions to calculate volumes for control conjugate. For the Saporin plate, transfer 105 microliters of cell media into tube number 1. For the control conjugate plate, please see the protocol PDF instructions for transfer information. Then, perform serial dilutions by pipetting 15 microliters from tube number 1 into tube number 2. Pipette the material in the tube up and down several times to mix. Vortex the tubes briefly. Repeat by pipetting 15 microliters from tube number 2 into tube number 3. Then, pipette 15 microliters from tube number 3 into tube number 4. Continue to repeat these steps through tube number 8. Once you've finished making your dilutions, you're now ready to begin adding the material to your plates. Begin by placing the well template underneath your plate. First, you will add to the control columns. You will add 10 microliters of cell media to each of the 6 wells that are labeled B through G in each of the control columns 2 and 11. This means the first and last wells in the columns labeled A and H will not receive media. Starting with tube number 8, vortex briefly and transfer 10 microliters into each of the 6 wells to the column labeled tube number 8 according to the template. Repeat for each of the dilutions. Tube number 7 into column labeled tube number 7. Tube number 6 into column labeled tube number 6. And so on until you transfer from tube number 1 into the column labeled tube number 1. Once you complete adding the material to the plate, place it back under the appropriate growth conditions for your cells for 72 hours.